All right, we are here on campus at Montgomery Catholic Montgomery. We always go back and forth on that.
Montgomery Catholic. We'll go with that.
We're going to go with Montgomery Catholic then with head coach Kirk Juice Johnson, and once again has made a very good playoff run. And here we are again, Coach. You know, we're deep into the playoffs, and you guys have had a great season. But before we talk about this semifinals matchup, let's rewind the clock. And, you know, first time, unfortunately, I've got to be out here this year because we've been covered up in North Alabama. But take us back to this season heading in, like off season, all the way to the point where we are right now.
Well, it's just been a different year. We lost a lot of really talented guys the year before. You know, I think on our offensive side of the ball, 5 of those guys went on and played college football. 4 of them went to Division I school. The other kid went to Tuskegee and is playing there. So we had a lot of kind of question marks and different things that we had to, you know, go to the drawing board and get some kids better. And that's what they've done, man. A lot of our kids have stepped up. You know, we always talk about the next man up and seizing the next moment. And, you know, you open up with a 6A program. Let's rewind. We open up with a 6A program in the spring game, Homewood, and didn't really have the best offensive performance we wanted, and kind of went through the summer. We won a couple 7-on-7s, kind of got some swag about us, got a little confidence, and then we opened up with McGill Toole. Rough outing, you know, I think it was 14-0 for a long time. Ended up scoring one late to make it 21-0, and then we just kept getting better each and every week. I think this class is a little different, man. They've seen it all. They've been through it all. They played. You know, they're currently playing this week will be their 57th game they played in their high school career. So, wow. You know, it's just a little different for them, and I'm extremely proud of these guys and kind of trusting the coaches and trusting what we're telling them to do. I mean, it's really difficult for a high school kid these days. Man, it's really difficult for all phases of college, NFL. I mean, the social media thing and what people are saying and different. It's hard, man. You know, when I was in school, the only stuff you really talked about was the local area kids that you knew, and but they get it all from different directions. But they've kind of stayed grounded and listened to what we're telling them, and each week they're getting better and better and better and better.
One thing I noticed about you, and this is a testament not only to you, but this school as well, is you guys keep a staff intact. So these very familiar faces around here with your staff. Has anybody changed on this staff this year?
Well, we had one guy, our receivers coach. He was a part-time guy, and he took inside of the job he does for his family, his regular job. He took a promotion and went to the beach. And then we hired Ishmael Salim, who played at Troy. He's from the Montgomery area, and he came on the staff. We brought in 2 new guys. Trayshawn Wilson, who coaches linebackers for us, and then Tyler Price, who's a 2017 grad here, who saw the program at its lowest and helped build it. When that year he graduated was the first year we kind of, I guess we could say we were good. We lost to UMS Wright. They went and won it. We had them down 14-0. They beat us 28-14. But so added those couple pieces. You got to give credit to our school. They value athletics, and our athletic director Daniel Varich truly values athletics, and he's going to try his best to make sure we got great coaches. He's employed me to go get guys and make our staff better, and we want to grow these young men. So the first thing you got to do is go find those guys who love these young men. That's right. And that's what we try to do. That's essentially what we try to do, and in doing so, you play a little football while you're doing it.
Hey, and I also know it ain't just the coaching staff. Like, you have teachers in here in the mornings doing your workouts with you. Yeah. Talk about the family here at Catholic Montgomery.
Well, it's exactly what you said. It's family, man. You can't be a successful program without buy-in from everybody. Our band's great. Have a great cheerleading. Our band director does a good job. Our cheerleading director, our cheerleading coach does a great job. Our president of our school, the person that is in charge of everything, is our game day broadcaster. He's on the radio broadcasting the games, and these same people.
I actually watch them a lot when I'm at other places.
The Costanza, so that's his dad, Deacon Costanza. They do a phenomenal job, man. So that just tells you what kind of buy-in. It's not people that say, hey, man, we'll just see you and we hope you do well. I mean, I say this all the time, man. I am receiving a lot of accolades, and I am so thankful. But man, there's so many people here that are moving part. You can't win. Kirk Johnson can't win games without a Cody Hodgins, a Jeremy Johnson, a Jake Campbell. Man, I mean, the things I put Jake Campbell through here is absolutely crazy. But he's vested to these boys. He's vested to me. He loves these kids, man, it's things like that. Without him, I mean, I can't be who I need to be. And so thankful for people like him, and we'll grow the next one and keep growing them, and hopefully you get 4 or 5 of those guys, and we can keep this thing going.
You just mentioned, you actually got a player that's seen them at their lowest coming up. It means more to guys like that.
Oh man,
and I look for that to continue.
Oh man, so he was here. He was here when we played when all the private schools still played us, and we won on a last-second touchdown against St. James. We beat them 7-6, I think, that year, and that was kind of the turning point for our program. And ever since then, it's
been a beautiful thing.
It's been a great thing. It's been a great thing.
During this run this season, you guys, the beautiful part about it, I've said this on our show 2 or 3 times, and I've been asked 1,000 times. Everybody, I guess they think me and you's cousins because they always say, your boy this and your boy that.
We look the same,
It's
man.
like Mel Gibson, Danny Glover type.
Yeah. Lethal Weapon.
That's it. But I get asked all the time, your boy this, your boy that. But then this year, it's kind of been quiet. I know.
I want to leave it that way.
That's a beautiful thing.
I want to leave it that way.
Talk about that, how that's changed a little bit. And
I don't know why it's changed. And with all due respect, I don't care.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't care. Don't talk about us. That's fine, man. We here at Montgomery Catholic going to show up every day. Our boys are going to work. I'm gonna make sure they're working. I'm gonna make sure I'm working. I don't ask them to do anything I can't do myself. And the coaches as well. I mean, Cody Hodgins, Tyler Price, Jeremy Johnson, Jake Campbell. We're here. We're here every day lifting at 6 a.m. We got a guy who's high up in Coke who works for who coaches our D line. His butt's here grinding every single day.
Good.
Trey Will. I mean, we're all here. We're all here grinding, and we try to set the tone of what work looks like. Man, listen, the American male is leaving. It's leaving.
Yeah,
where the dad gets up, he goes to work, he works his 9 to 5. Like that's leaving. So I want to show them what work looks like.
That's right.
And doing so, I'm gonna ask them to work. And they do, man. They show up and they grind. I don't care about that talk mess. I mean, listen, we've done it all. We've had the number one this, we had the number one this, and we've lost. So let's just keep getting better every game. How about that?
That's good. And then you rolled that over into the season quietly. Had a great season, won the region, and now you're sitting here in the semis. You're playing Booker T. You guys have played them several times over the last few years. What's the mindset heading into this game?
Well, first and foremost, LA, Coach O'Neal has done a phenomenal job with that program. Not the team. I didn't say the team, the program. Where that program was 4 years ago, I think he might be his 3rd year, but where that program was, no life, no community buy-in. This man he's done a phenomenal job.
I agree.
He's the coach of the year, and I'm proud of him. I call him a friend. We speak regularly, and I'm proud to see what he's doing. But like me and him talk, it's another game, and I want the W just like he wants the W. So it's back to the drawing board. It's game planning. It's figuring out how to create matchups. It's figuring out how to stop your opponent. And the good thing is, man, that 30 minutes down the road, so hopefully we'll have a great atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
They'll bring a crowd. We'll have a crowd, man. And when you sit here and you think about high school football, this is what you want, right?
Oh, yeah. This
is what you want. And I've been blessed to play in some pretty good high school games, and I've been blessed to coaching some pretty high school games. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for us. Excited for my boys. Like I said, 57 games, man.
That's just
57 games.
You only scheduled 40.
Yeah, you only guaranteed. Technically, you only guaranteed 10 a year.
Yeah.
And then you're guaranteed 40 in your career, right?
Yeah.
57. It's
God,
crazy, man. It's crazy.
Who'd ever man, that's just incredible.
I can tell you who would never thought it. Nobody that was wearing Montgomery Catholic colors back in the day. I get plenty of texts and plenty of support calls and different things, man. It's a testament to a lot of people, man. It's not a Kirk Johnson thing, man. This is, my guy that was before me, and I owe him a lot of credit for my career, Aubrey Blackwell. He got in here and helped lay the foundation. Me, him, and like we already spoke about Daniel Veras, so thankful to be in this position, and hopefully we can keep it going.
And Coach, these guys, these seniors on this team right here, how special is it for them to still be playing, still getting to hand them pads out today, it being Monday, with another week of football here in the semifinals?
It's very special, man. I mean, think about. I don't even know the statistics or the whatever, but how many kids have went home thus far in America?
You're down to less than 1%, I'm sure.
Right. You see what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
And we try to remind them, man, it's gonna end some way or another.
Yeah.
You're gonna have tears.
Yeah.
Let's try our best to make them happy tears.
Tears of happiness.
Let's make them happy tears, man. It's insane, man. I didn't win a state championship. I didn't have happy tears walking on the field.
I didn't sniff one.
My coach Tim Smith will tell you I was crying like a son of a gun. So, but man, it's blessed. And here's the most important thing, the biggest message to anybody is that it ain't gonna matter if you win or lose anyway.
That's true.
Because guess what? The sun gonna rise tomorrow.
That's right.
You gotta get up. You gotta, like we talk about, you gotta get up and go to work. You gotta get up and it might be you gotta go work. As a high school kid, I might have my dad needs me to go out here and chop some wood because whatever it is, you got to get up and go to work.
Some kids have to work for their families.
Man, come on, man. I mean, God is good still. So that's the most important thing, and we gonna play this game, and hopefully we come out victorious.
And just final thoughts before we wrap this one up, just your mindset as a team heading into this one. Certain things you got to get done and certain things that as a staff and as players you got to get done heading into this.
As generic as it sounds, man, we got to continue to be ourselves.
That's right. Look inward.
It's so easy, and it's so big in 2023. It's because the social media aspect of things, man. You guys do a phenomenal job. There's a lot of people like you, out here trying to, promote their business and whatnot. But I mean, it creates division and it creates avenues for our kids to think they're better than the team, or for anybody to think they're better for the team or whatever. We got to continue to be Montgomery Catholic. We got to do it together. We have probably one of the best football players in the state of Alabama, and he is one of the first ones to be in here working. That's the type of stuff you need.
So you got leaders doing that. That's different.
I mean, you're right. It's easy for Caleb to come in here and say, man, it's my job to make sure he's us.
Yeah,
right?
us.
So, and that's what he's doing.
And
in doing so, we get better each and every week. And so, just extremely blessed that I have a kid like that.
That's right.
Man, 10K, 11K now. Good
That's
gosh,
incredible.
man.
100, I don't know what, 30, I don't know how many.
Oh my gosh, man.
We'd have to look it up.
Man, I can't keep up with the stats.
Yeah.
I truly can't. The dude wrote me from L.com the other day, man. I'm in there scrolling, looking, trying to add it up. Man, it's ridiculous, man. And hopefully he can continue to add to that. A lot of people say, well, he hadn't had the numbers. Man,
it's pretty efficient to me.
45. I mean, he's 76. Man, don't get me started. I get so
and rushing.
I get so.
That's what to me when media is bad.
I get so angry, man.
That's when media is bad.
I get so angry, man. I get so angry.
They don't see the intangibles, the third down conversions, and
I'll just say this: you pull up Caleb McCurry's stats from 9th grade all the way to his senior year, and you pull up anybody else's.
Yeah. I mean, there's only.
I don't care who it is.
I don't care who it is. Yeah.
Pull them up.
There's only like
pull them up.
2 or 3 that I'd even compare, halfway compare
pull them up
to him.
The moral of the story is to get the job done.
That's right.
That's what you want, right?
That's right.
He gets the job done.
He does get the job done. Ain't no doubt about it. And
said he couldn't throw for 3,000. He did it. Said he can't rush for 1,000. He did it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the kid, man. He continues to work. Now, I'm going to fuss at his butt every single day like he ain't working.
That's good. That's a good thing.
I'm going to fuss at his tail like he ain't working.
You got to keep him on his toes.
Well, at least that's what he'll say.
Nah, hey, he knows, but the leader aspect of it, that's the things that don't go that does go unseen is the intangibles, like you're talking about. He's first in the weight room, sometimes last to leave. And if you see Caleb in here grinding like that, and you see a guy loafing, and the leader, a lot of times leaders like that take care of people like that. You don't even have to say nothing to him. He'll get on them, and that's a lost art form in today's world too.
Yeah, great teams of players led.
That's right, 100%. Yeah. There's a coach. Something you just said remind me of this. I'll tell you this before we shut it down. There's a coach. He's actually the head coach at Guntersville. They were playing Arab this year, and Arab made a 3rd round run last year. It's a rivalry, inter-region rivalry with them. And that week they were talking about Arab. We want Arab. And then that week they lost to Arab. They were on our show basically saying, like, we want Arab. Well, they lost to Arab that week. Well, the next time I seen them, they just beat Pleasant Grove by 10 the other day. And he said, you know what changed? He said, even that week we was on the show, he said, we were talking about Arab. We wasn't talking about Guntersville. And he said, when we focused back on Guntersville, this is what created this win this week. He said, we forgot about us and wanted to focus on who we're playing. That's something you just said a minute ago.
Can't be worried about what's going on elsewhere. We got to be worried about us. Coach from Andalusia. Gotcha, Marty.
Yeah, my mind's going blank.
My mind just went blank.
Mine too.
Anyway, he said a quote last year when we get ready to play him, and I think it's one of the. I mean, players win championship, coaches lose them. And when he said that, I remember sitting there thinking to myself, "Oh my gosh,
that's true."
Hey man, you let these kids be who they are.
That's
right.
right.
It's our job to, we got to put them in boundaries and walk them through some things and keep them. Yeah, get back over here. Whoa. But man, these kids are. They work hard for it. They work hard for it.
Makes sense.
I hadn't played since 2011, so.
You ain't going out there.
Coach, are you ready? Yeah. I mean,
I can be as ready as I want.
I ain't batting no balls down or making no catches or throws, so.
I ain't making no sacks. I don't know. I just. That's exactly right. I see it all across the state in every classification. It's the teams that have the great players and great leaders that make the runs.
Man, listen, man, it's having great teams and all. I mean, you gotta have everything working in your favor, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean,
and a little bit of luck.
You gotta have some luck too.
Yeah,
you gotta have
ain't
some
no
luck
doubt.
too, man. So.
Well, Coach, we're going to shut this one down. This is a great interview. We're going to do many others this week, so we're going to get them up as fast as possible. Coach said we're going to wait till after the game. We'll post this one.
Yeah, it's all rat poison.
We're just teasing.
It's all rat poison.
Nah, it's been all positive, though.
All
Everything's
positive.
positive.
All positive.
So that's why we want to keep it here at Average Joe Sports Talk, but we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, guys. Go Knights.
All right, everybody. We're back in here at Catholic Montgomery Catholic. Coach, we got this right this time. We're here with Whitney Toole, also known as Whitney Saban, head coach of the girls flag football team here, who will be representing the South in the 1 through 5A state championship game versus Wenonah in Tuscaloosa. Coach, how are you doing, by the way?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing good. Juice Johnson sings your praises off the camera here about your coaching ability. What's that experience been like for you to take a hold of this program? And now you said your record currently is 36-5. Is that correct?
Yes.
Overall?
Yes.
What's it been like, just this whole thing coming through? Flag's new to the state, basically.
It's
only a couple years old here, and for you to be sitting here at 36-5, how's that experience been?
Well, it started off rough. I didn't want to do it at first, but I've grown to enjoy it and love it thanks to Coach Juice Johnson and Coach Campbell. They've kind of directed me in the right direction, helped me with fundamentals, plays, all that stuff, and we really enjoy it now.
That's good. And you got these girls rolling at a level that's unbelievable. I mean, to be sitting here representing the South for the state championship, what does that feel like to you?
I don't think it's sunk in yet, but it's surreal that we didn't really even know what we were doing last year, and now getting a chance to go to Bryant-Denny with a group of girls that have put in work, kind of like the boys throughout the summer till now. I'm excited for them to get the opportunity to do it.
Coach talks about this school as a whole. It's not really work. It's more of a family atmosphere. I'm sure you probably feel the same. Can you talk about your experience here at Montgomery Catholic?
I would say the same, as a family. And to be honest, football is the perfect example for me. When they first asked me about doing flag football, Coach Johnson, Coach Campbell, Coach Veras, those were the first ones I went to, and they've literally taught me along the way.
That's
They
awesome.
really have nothing to do with flag football, but they've spent the time to teach me and come out to practice and help and all that stuff. I think it really exemplifies football families.
Having the support of those guys probably has made your job easier, but who else is on your staff that actually goes out to the games with you and helps, like on site?
Miss Christy Benz, and she actually works in the accounting office, and then her husband Matt Benz also helps.
Gotcha. So, Coach, when you approach a game like this is very serious stuff. I mean, they give out blue maps just like they would to the football team if they win it. What is the pressure and the nerves like for your team at this moment?
I mean, obviously the nerves are there, and I guess the pressure too, but we're trying to go about it, I guess, kind of like the boys do of, it's another game. We got to win another game.
Now, we got a week for you guys to have a layover, kind of like the 7A schedule is. You guys have an extra few days to prepare than, say, if Juice and those guys were to win Friday. But what are you going to be doing during this time to prepare?
So we spent, I guess, the first few days of last week when we were out of school or whatever, just kind of sticking with fundamentals, that stuff, not practicing too long, trying to get, an hour or so of fundamentals. And then starting today, we're going to start putting in game stuff, that kind of stuff, and spend more time working on what we'll do against Wenonah.
That's awesome. Coach, and last but not least, what are some of the keys that you've got to get done to be successful in Bryant-Denny versus Wenonah?
I think the first one is our defense, which is kind of what's carried us this far. We rely on our defense, but we haven't really faced a quarterback like we're going to face with Wenonah, and we've got to be able to more protect the run with her and the deep ball.
That's good.
And then as long as our offense can keep working short passes, doing what we're doing, I think we'll be okay.
So you got to make them snap it one more time.
Yes.
Keep everybody in front of you.
Yes.
Hey, that stadium's going to be pretty cool to play in. Are you an Alabama or an Auburn fan?
I am an Auburn fan, but I am excited about going. A big stadium is still going to be cool.
Well, I wish it was at Bryant-Denny for you, but I know, Coach, you don't matter. You guys can play them in the parking lot. If you
That's
get that blue
right.
map, you're going to be a happy
Exactly.
camper.
It doesn't matter where it's at.
Well, Coach, thank you for sitting in with us, and good luck to you guys in the state championship game.
Thank you so much.